The New York Times has been warning readers of a looming China shock, which it says will hit the global south the hardest. But are these warnings born from a genuine concern for the developing world, or are ulterior motives at play? I'm Simon with Xinhua News Agency, cutting through global headlines to bring you the facts that matter. The term China shock was first used to describe China's emergence as the world's factory in the early 2000s, with many Western manufacturers unable to compete with their Chinese counterparts. China Shock 2.0 posits that China's overcapacity threatens to destroy the economies of the global south, lured in by cheaper products and infrastructure development. Yet experts note that a nation's production capacity surpassing domestic demand is a common phenomenon globally. For example, around 80% of German autos are shipped to foreign markets. Furthermore, as innovative firms capture larger market shares, imbalances will naturally correct. African experts note that China selling its products to African consumers is not a dumping of overcapacity, but merely supply meeting demand. Without Chinese overcapacity, the global south would have access to neither the capital nor capital goods needed for their development. Even the New York Times itself concedes that China moving production to countries like Vietnam has largely worked out well for the host nations, while similar ventures in Malaysia only stalled when hit by Trump's tariffs. Elsewhere, China has invested more than $3 billion in the Egyptian-Chinese economic zone in the Suez Canal area, establishing more than 200 factories and creating more than 30,000 job opportunities. China's overcapacity in the green energy sector is now helping power the developing world, as Pakistan, for example, imported 16.6 gigawatts of Chinese solar panels in 2024 alone. The UN notes that the developing world faces a formidable green investment gap. Yet, rather than rise to the challenge, some in the West are seeking instead to undermine China's attempts to bridge the divide. As China rises, the world once firmly in the grip of the Western powers begins to fade from view, and a new multipolar landscape emerges. Perhaps it should come as no shock then, that just as the global south begins to emerge from the shadow of the West, the China shock canard rears its ugly head once more. And as the New York Times cries Chinese wolf, a familiar fox can be seen circling the henhouse. We'll see you next time.